What's up, FishTube? Just checking in here quick. This is Bearded Bob. So, this is the guppy grow-out tank that I've been using for just over a week, I think, maybe two. I'd have to check to be sure, but there hasn't been shrimp in here in about 2 weeks. And the other day, when I was looking around in here, just checking out how these guys were looking, put a new light on there so I could, the beams work light on there, so I could see what was going on in here and what the colors were. And I started seeing these little things, like this one back here. There's a shrimp, it's kind of clear, but if you look on this filter, there's another one. There's a dark one there. I don't know if it'll focus, probably not, I just fed them. There's two in that picture. One kind of reddish, one kind of dark black maybe. And the more I started to look, the more I started to notice. There's another one there. There's one on this heater. Oh, two on the heater. And then so when I noticed them, I put a little rock pile in here because there's tons of guppies. And they've been populating over here now too. You can see the dark color on that one. I don't know if they're black or what. So what had happened originally was I put in the reds that I'd bought, which were, painted fire red is what I'm assuming. I still don't really know yet. They might be Bloody Mary. I don't know how to tell the difference right now. I've been trying to do some research, but I haven't gotten anything conclusive. But so the red ones that I had were in the tank with the yellows, and I didn't want them to interbreed because I wanted to try to keep a red line and a yellow line separate. I didn't want them all kind of muddled together, so I moved the reds down to here, and they were in this tank for about a month. And when they first got moved into here, they were all three females. There was only 3 of them that survived. I had 5 originally. So I put all 3 of them down into this tank. 2 of them were buried with yellow eggs. And when I moved them down here, I didn't see them for a couple of days, and then when I did see all 3 of them, none of them were buried anymore. So I assumed that they had just dropped their eggs, which might have been the case, and then they just didn't eat their eggs. But so this was a huge surprise. I didn't expect anything in this tank to be, or anything to be in this tank. I thought I got all the shrimp that I had, and now I'm surprised with all these little baby, really dark. So they might be, kind of a red, but some of them look kind of like a wild type, and that's going to be obvious with breeding yellows and reds together. You're going to get some wild types in there and stuff. So some of them are definitely clear. Some of them have like the tiger stripes, the original whatevers, but some of these are really dark. And when I pulled them out, I could catch 2 of them, and I put them in a little one of these so I could see them. I was seeing blues, reds, browns, all in the 2 that I had pulled out. So, I mean, on this sponge, you can't really see their colors too well. But, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to have some dark red ones, and then some just light red ones. Like this one looks kind of like a light red and clear, hopefully they color up a little bit better. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna have here, so this will be an interesting little experiment. There's 3 of them there, so you see one is kind of clear and brown, the other 2 are like a dark blue, black. Like you said, it might even be a really deep red. It's hard to tell when they're this young. So I'm really hoping in the future here, I'm going to keep these guys in here for now. I'll have to, I got another tank cycling in another room, but it won't be ready for another 2 weeks or so. So hopefully these guys can survive for 2 weeks in here with all these guppy fry. And there is, thousands of them too. But, so this will be an update tank. I'll do updates as often as I seem necessary. Here's a really dark one on the back there. So that one you can almost see like a blue, red, black kind of color out of them. Looks more blue and red there. Oh, this is just really cool. I did not expect this. If I do get some red ones, I might. I know they're not going to be true reds, But I might put any that come out like a solid red color. I might put them in with the fire reds that I have, the painted fire reds. And those guys are in this 40-gallon breeder by themselves right now. You can see one back there. So I don't know if anybody's watching here. You can kind of try to school me on what the color, or if this is a just the cherry shrimp. Obviously, I mean, you can see the dark coloring on the skin, or what I deem to be the flesh. I can never tell if these ones are buried now that they got a little bit older. So that might be their shell darkening up. It might be just that their flesh is really dark red, because I know on the Bloody Marys the flesh is the part that's colored, and on regular cherry shrimp it's going to be the shell, and you might get a little bit of both. But as you can see, there's another one crawling over the top of this log here. Let's see if I can just see the antennae sticking out. There you go. So this one is a newer one. It's not as deep of a red color as the one that's right behind it on the filter there. But yeah, so I'm a pretty happy guy. I got extra shrimp, and I counted 8 of them. I counted up to 10 one day with my son. My son was helping me count them. But I don't know, maybe we double counted them or something. I'm hoping there's 10, but I saw 8 just this morning separately, so I know that there's at least 8. So this would be a cool thing if I get some blacks or some other cool colors, some blues. Oof, blues would be cool. So like I said, they all were up here with the yellows to begin with, and they did get buried, and they were definitely all females that moved into that 20-gallon tank from this 55. So hopefully the coffee cup. I put some food over here, but nobody's on it except for Mr. Bristlenose, albino. So we shall see. I will keep you updated. And like I said, as soon as that other tank is up and running, that was going to be my pleco breeding tank. But these guys can probably go in there for now and just live for a while until I figure out what they're going to be. See that one there? That one looks blue. That one looks blue to me. Dark red, black, blue, somewhere in there. Just, they all blend. They were all on the filter, so they all. We got the helper hitting. Oh boy. They all blended in the filter. So I'm guessing when I pulled the cherries out of here, or the red fire reds or whatever, they were on this filter, and I just never noticed them. So I'm glad I didn't drain this tank. I'm glad I kept it running. And it just goes to show when you're moving stuff out of a tank, don't always just go hog wild, pull everything out, scrub the tank. Give it some time. You never know when you're going to need a quarantine tank too. So I had to have a tank that's already cycled, and all you did was just move the inhabitants out of it. Keep it running for a while, just in case, because you never know, especially with shrimp. The same goes with babies too. So if you had some really small babies, say there was neons in here or something, or some other kind of tetra, just be aware that you might have some lingering little guys in there that you didn't even know about. So with that, I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for watching Bearded Bob, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.